For the first time in my life, I thought I would make something new, breakfast. Come on in, I'll show you. Hey everybody, this is Dylan. It's true, I do not eat breakfast very often. Not because I'm specifically trying to avoid breakfast, it's just that I never really took to it. I didn't eat breakfast all that much ever. But the magic of overnight oats is that there's nothing really necessarily breakfasty about it. It's a little bit sweet. I mean, you see we're gonna be using fruit and all these things, but at the end of the day, you could be eating these overnight oats anytime. You could just grab a jar out of the fridge, whether it's morning, noon, or night, and take it with you where you need a quick meal. If I have an appetite and I don't really want to do anything about it that takes any amount of energy, I could just grab a jar of overnight oats and scarf it down and be good for a little while. All right, y'all, let's do this. All 5 of these overnight oats have the same base. It's a cup of rolled oats and a cup and a quarter of soy milk or whatever nut milk you prefer. But you can see that this does not fill up the quart jar all the way. So you could do it in a wide mouth quart jar, but this would fit pretty well in a little pint jar too. The wide mouth is nice because it's easier to dig into with a spoon. You could get a wide mouth pint jar. Do they make wide mouth pint jars? And if you don't have any mason jars, you can either get some. There's a link down below in the description to all of the gear that I use in my kitchen, or you can just use a regular Tupperware container, whatever you've got. It's no big deal. So if you're using a regular mouth jar, you're going to want to get one of these handy mason jar funnels, and that's going to make it a lot easier to dump some oats into the jar. Alright, I'm going to do a couple in the pint jars and then I'm going to do a couple in the bigger jars. So here's a cup of the oats, and then just, you got your funnel there, so it's super easy to just dump that right in. Easy peasy. Alright, let's just keep dumping. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, I've made a big mess. So you can see that even when you're using a wide mouth jar, the jar funnel is going to assist. Let's try this a better way. Oh yeah, that's better. Clean this up. Alright, 5th time's a charm. Let's get this. 1 cup of oats, jar funnel. Oh, beautiful, nothing spilled. Alright, now for each jar, I'm just gonna pour a cup and a quarter of soy milk. I love this soy milk. It's from Trader Joe's and it just has nothing but water and soybeans. And it's super cheap. It's less than $2 for a quart. All we're doing is adding this same cup and a quarter to every single jar. No big deal. Alright, these little pint jars are definitely full. Alright, that's a cup and a quarter in each. I don't know about these pint jars, you guys. This is a pretty tight squeeze. It's a bit tighter than I was expecting. For some of the ones that don't have very many ingredients in them, maybe this would work, but I'm going to have to say that the quart jar might be better so far. We're learning as we go here. So throw your jar funnel back on and let's throw in the rest of these ingredients. This one's got a half of a banana in it, so let's get a half a banana going. Let's just throw in about half of the banana. I chopped it up, I didn't really mash it. The rest of it, you can just eat, okay? Just eat it. To that, I'm going to add a tablespoon of just plain old cocoa powder or cacao powder, and then to that one, I'm adding a half teaspoon of cinnamon, and that's it, you're done. Close it up and just shake the hell out of it, will you? Oh yeah, look at that. So it fit in the pint jar, okay? Perfectly. Put it in the fridge for a few hours and you're good to go. The next one that doesn't have too many ingredients is going to be the carrot cake. So throw the funnel back on and let's get this going. This one we're going to grate an entire carrot. This is a little bit of a larger carrot than I've used in the past. Just break this tip off and start grating this sucker. I'm just going to grate it onto the counter. That's looking like a lot. I've got this much carrot left, so it's maybe like half of a larger sized carrot. I think this is plenty. Let's use our knife to kind of scoop this up and we'll throw it into the jar. To this one I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla, boom. Then I've got about a teaspoon of cinnamon, quarter cup of raisins. These are the gold raisins. You can use the other kind of raisins, the regular dark raisins, whatever, who cares. Then I've got a pinch of nutmeg. What is a pinch, you ask? Who knows? Doesn't matter. Just use a really small amount, okay? Looks like that. It fit, everybody, and shake it. Oh, that's looking pretty. The others I don't think are gonna fit into the pint jars, honestly. If you like this video so far, please do hit the thumbs up button and then also subscribe to this channel because this is what I do. Number 3 is our signature lemon berry overnight oat. This is just frozen organic berries that I buy from Costco. We've got a cup here. Then I've got about a half teaspoon of cinnamon. I've got, you know, like a half a teaspoon or so of this lemon zest. Maybe a whole teaspoon, whatever, it's all the same. Just zest it. Let's shake that baby up. Boom, number 3 is complete. Number 4 is our pumpkin pie overnight oats. If you're using your own pumpkin pie spice for this, you can just use like 2.5 teaspoons of it. We've made ours from scratch, so I'll tell you what's in it. Teaspoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of ginger, a half teaspoon of nutmeg, a quarter teaspoon of allspice, and a quarter teaspoon of cloves. Boom. This is just a regular can of pumpkin puree. I've used like 1/3 of a can. Maybe it's like 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of pumpkin puree. If you don't have pumpkin, you could also use cooked sweet potato for this. And you can do a whole bunch of these jars. I'm not suggesting you just do like 1/3 of a can and throw the rest away. Make like 3 jars of this and you're ready to go for several overnight oat visits. And once again, we've got like a half a banana. This is such a small banana that you may see me use the whole damn thing and not say sorry for it. Use most of it, eat some of it, you're good to go. Okay, that's pumpkin pie. Lit it, shake it, set it, forget it. We're done. This is our tropical overnight oats. It's quite delightful. This is just the frozen mango. I buy this stuff in the frozen bags from Costco. They've got various frozen berries, all organic, which is nice. And so you can thaw it, but you really don't need to. You can just take the frozen fruit and throw it in. You're putting it in the fridge. It'll do what it needs to do. Half a cup of mango, half a cup of frozen pineapple, getting tropical. And then to that, I've got like 2 tablespoons of regular old plain shredded coconut. Nothing's added to this coconut, just coconut. Shake it up and we should be good to go. So let's give them a taste because honestly, I haven't actually tasted all of these before. But I know they're good because Rebecca did it. Okay, here goes the brownie. I actually used the carob powder on this one, not the cocoa powder, so it's a little more like tart. It's not as, I don't know, sweet or something. It's a little bit of a different flavor from the cocoa powder, but it's also caffeine free, so you know. This one's super tasty. I like it. Okay, one more bite. All right, carrot cake. Oh, that's really good. It is like carrot cake. Funny. This is all totally SOS free, no added sugar, so all the sweetness comes from our carrot and from our raisins, and it's super tasty. Carrot cake's the winner. Lemon berry time. It's looking nice. By the way, if you want these to be a little bit sweeter, I don't mind them being a little less sweet than the standard American amount of sweetness that you might expect. You could take a handful of dates with like a 1/4 cup of water or whatever, blend it up into a date paste, and you could add a tablespoon or something like that of date paste to all of these, and that would give it some whole food sweetness also. I don't think it needs it myself. This is delicious as is. The berry is nice. Really good. All right, pumpkin pie time. Let's have a taste. Pumpkin spice. This looks pretty good. Ooh, strong nutmeggy taste. I love it. Also a winner. I think the tropical is actually the one I've been looking forward to the most. Tropical. Oh yeah, I love that coconut, pineapple, mango. Super tasty. Oh, that's nice. Okay, it worked. You know, on this channel, I am all about making it really simple to eat a healthy whole plant food diet, which is why we threw this together. My next recipe video is going to be a really easy one-step instant pot meal. If you want to check that out, we'll have it up next week. Click right here, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.